Even though a phobia is an amazing thing, how old were you when you were that age?
When was that? I think I was 6.
You were 6 years old. So from 6 years old, and now how old are you?
22.
So from 6 years old to 22, you've held on to something that has controlled you and dictated how you felt, and now you're ready to change that, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, good. Because you know you're not 6 years old, right? Yeah. You're a little bit wiser and a little bit older than that. Okay. So did we discover the root cause? That's the event. That's the event. Install an entre-champ state. Now, when somebody has a super bad phobia, like a super, like one that's just like very bad, very, very bad. Like we had somebody in here who no, it wasn't in here, but it was we did an entre mind downstairs, and they had a phobia of taking they would not take elevators. They would only take the stairs. They couldn't take the elevator. They just would never take the elevator. And so we did this process, and then we went straight, and one of the participant students, one of the crew people, took them into the elevator, tested, right? They were fine. It was crazy. So what we want to do is we want to install an entre-champ state. An entre-champ state is a bailout resource, which we've already have one, which is right here on it, right? So this right here puts her into a happy, positive state every time we touch that. Right? You guys learned about anchor. If she didn't have this already, right? If she didn't have that already, I would install one. And you guys know how to put people in state, right? Can you remember a time when you were super happy, when you were super joyful, remember a funny joke, and as soon as they start getting into that state, you anchor them, right? And you anchor them, and then you anchor them. So if she ever starts getting freaked out, guess what I do? I push that, and then the joy will overcome any emotion. Does that make sense? It's kind of like collapsing anchors almost. Okay? So that's the bailout anchor. Oftentimes it's important to do that, if necessary. It's not all the time it's necessary. Okay, here we go. Go ahead, close your eyes, Jennifer. That's right. Take a nice deep breath in, and let it out. Good. I want you to go ahead and bring up your timeline. Bring up your timeline, and I want you to go ahead and float back before the very first event. That event you were telling us about. Float back before the first event, and float above. Sit there, you're before the event, and float above it in the release position on the timeline. What I want you now to do is make a movie screen above the timeline. Make a movie screen above the timeline and bring up the movie of the first event. You got it? Good. Now, what I want you to do is jump out of the movie so you are watching the movie from the chair in the theater, and project the movie up onto the screen. And you're watching yourself on the movie screen. You got it? Good. Now I want you to play the movie forward in black and white, double the speed to the end, and when it gets to the end, just white it out. Just white it out. White it out. Is it white? Good. Now I want you to jump right into the movie, looking through your own eyes, and run it backwards in color, hearing all the backwards music, backwards talking, all the way through the beginning. Backwards music, backwards, all the way to the beginning. Come to the beginning, all the way to the beginning, good. Now I want you to jump out of the movie into the seat, and I want you now to run the movie forward in black and white, double speed, all the way to the end. When you get to the end, just white it out. Just white it out. Is it white it out? White it out. Good. Just see the white screen. Good. Now I want you to jump into the movie, and I want you to see it through your own eyes and run it backwards. Run the event backwards in color, hearing the backwards music, backwards talking, all the way to the beginning, all the way to the beginning. Go to the beginning, and white it out. White it out. Just white it out. White it out. Good. Now I want you to jump out of the movie into the chair, watching yourself, play the movie forward, double speed, black and white, to the end, all the way to the end, and white it out. Just white it out. White it out. Good. Now jump into the movie, see it through your own eyes, and play it backwards, playing all the backwards sound, all the backwards video, all the way, Backwards, 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 all the way. And when you get to the beginning of the movie, go ahead and white it out. Just white it out, white it out. Now, jump back into the chair, into the theater, watching yourself in the movie. Start the movie, play it 5 times faster, double the speed, black and white. And when you get to the end, just white it out. Just white it out. White it all out. White it out. Good. Now, Jennifer, when you try to bring up the movie, what happens?
It turns white.
When you try to bring up the movie, it turns white? Okay, good. Open your eyes. Good. Good. Now I want you to imagine, you know, if I was to show you a picture of a snake, or if I had a snake right here, how would you react different?
I'm gonna pet it.
You'd probably pet it. Would you hold it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we have a snake here for you to try it out on.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. We don't. But that was a pretty quick reaction, was it not?
You might want to get his face.
I know that. I was just looking at that.
Now this is the thing, is you have to go to the pet store and test this. You know what I mean? Like, I wish we had a snake. I wish we had like all the phobias in a box.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, which phobia you want? You got a snake. Right? But this is the thing, go to the pet store and have her look at it or pet it or whatever, you know, but that's the thing. So, but did you notice before where she's like, oh, I mean, that's a freak out. Now she's like, well, I don't know. I pet it. Crazy, right?
I'm not shaking now.
She's not shaking. And you feel totally different, right? So explain to them now, like before when you were freaked out about a snake and you, whatever, you know, you happen, how do you feel like you have more control now?
Well, I don't have to have an irrational fear of the snake. I don't have to fear the snake. I still need to be careful about snakes. It can be dangerous.
And that's the difference, right? It's like, be careful, you should, and you don't need an irrational fear.
Right.
So now, how has that empowered you in your life?
Well,
What are other changes you're going to see because of this?
Oh gosh, it's gonna make me more empowered with everything I do, really.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and it was really cool because when you said white it out when I ran it backwards, then it was white at the beginning, white at the end, and it just started doing that.
Isn't that interesting? Let's give a round of applause.